So, good day ma'am, this is Reyes Arbidinji from 3CRI-A1-11 and I'm going to present it to Dr. Erlinita G. Cuenca. So, this is Introduction to Forensic Chemistry and Toxicology. Ang lesson objectives natin ay identify the basic concept of forensic chemistry, then trace the historical timeline of forensic chemistry. Ang slide summary natin ay describe the main purpose and application of forensic science. Slide 2, differentiate the basic concept of forensic chemistry. Slide 3. Then describe the 4 roles of forensic chemist. Slide 4. Describe the rules in the practice of forensic chemistry. Slide 5. Proceed na po tayo agad sa slide 2. So, describe the main purpose and application of forensic science. So, ito pong tanong na to ay essay form. Yung naging response po namin ay in a form of essay. So, the main purpose of forensic science is to scientifically explain the physical evidence that gathered at the crime scene and the different methods and procedures related to criminal investigation. The application of forensic science in criminal investigation is to identify the origin of the question sample that leads to tracing or tracking the perpetrator. It is also serve as strong evidence in court procedures and solve a difficult criminal case. The next, differentiate the basic concept of forensic chemistry. So, the question sample is the sample being analyzed, having an unknown identity. For example, a fingerprint gathered at the crime scene has no identity. It is because the origin of the fingerprint is unknown. Kaya siya tinatawag na unknown sample kasi hindi alam kung saan nanggaling. Or, the person behind the fingerprint is unknown. Hindi din kilala yung tao. The fingerprint that gathered in the suspect must be compared carefully to become known, while the unknown sample is having unknown identity or origin. For example, a hair, semen, or blood collected in a known suspect is called known sample, while the evidence is simply the body of facts and information. It is the one that tests in laboratory. It is also serve as a bridge to solve a criminal case, while the scientific method is the principle and procedure. It is require experiment, testing, measurement, formulation, and systematic observation. Then, next. Describe the 4 roles of forensic chemist. Ang una, first, forensic chemists analyze non-biological trace evidence found in the crime scene in order to reveal the unknown material by comparing in the known substance. They can also analyze drugs that left in the crime scene and people in the crime scene by means of measurement or calculating materials. Then second, forensic chemists must follow strict procedure regarding the handling and documentation of evidence. Kapag ako kasi ang forensic chemist ay nagkamali yan, makakasuhan yan ng malpractice or negligence. Kapabayaan, ibig sabihin, wala silang kakayanan para humawak ng ganung mga ebidensya. Because when the evidence leads to contamination, the probability to solve the crime will decrease. Physical evidence oftentimes easy to perish, so forensic chemists need scientific protocol to ensure the quality of evidence and also the equipment. Then, third, the law enforcement personnel demands speed result. Kumbaga, yung mga forensic chemists, minamadali sila ng mga law enforcement officer. The forensic chemist must prioritize law enforcement personnel needs, but forensic chemists must ensure the accuracy of testing over their demand. Kahit na minamadali sila, hindi nila kailangan bara-bara yung gawin nila sa testing. Siyempre, kailangan i-ensure nila yung accuracy ng kanilang pagtetest. Fourth, testifying in court requires strong communication skill. This is the ability to express your knowledge while being calm in the front of juries during cross-examination. It is also required simplifying the complicated scientific procedures in front of juries because the juries are not scientists or chemists. So, ang sinasabi ang pagtitestify sa korte, kailangan mo ng magaling ka magsalita at kaya mong isimplify yung testing ng mga ginawa nyo or yung mga scientific evidence. Siyempre, jury yun. Ang alam nun, mga kaso, mga batas. Tapos bigla mong bibigyan ng technical words. Hindi daw dapat yun. Kasi kailangan, kaya mong isimplify yung word mo na naiintindihan ng lahat, kahit hindi sila scientist na katulad mo. Then, describe the rules in practice of forensic chemistry. So, ang unang-una, go slowly. Good work cannot be hurried. Take all the time you need, no matter how intense the urgent it needs. It is possible to a case to be postponed or adjourned. Kahit na minamadali ka, dahan-dahan lang, kumbaga slowly but surely, para maging accurate yung gagawin mong pagtitest. Be thorough. Make a careful examination of every detail. Do not be satisfied with the qualitative analysis because qualitative analysis is only observed but not measured. Qualitative kasi naobserbahan mo lang, ngunit hindi mo nabilang. Samantalang ang sinasabi naman dun sa may quantitative, measured yun, gumagamit ng mathematical equations. Yun lang yan. Take notes. Keep all full, neat and clear record of everything. Record of the most important thing in every profession. Ang record sa kahit anong profession ay napakahalaga. Kaya kailangan sa pagiging forensic chemist mo, kailangan nasusulat mo siya lahat or nado-document mo every important things na ginagawa nyo. So, consult others. Pasisimplihin na lang ho natin, kapag sinabing consult others, syempre, yung profession mo, may limitasyon yan. May mga ibang professional na mas nakakaalam dun sa may tinetest mo. O sige, for example, yung sa paint, sa ink, sa tinta, yung mga eksperto sa tinta, sa paint, hindi nasakop ng kakayahan mo yun. Siyempre, kailangan, kinukonsulta mo rin sila para mas maayos yung magagawa mo. Kumbaga, wag mo sasarilihin. Then use imagination. It is somewhat hazardous advice because vivid or uncontrolled imagination would not help. It needs a disciplined imagination and kept well in hand. The expert must remember that she know about may be helpful for others that can adapted in final examination. Then, avoid complicated juries. Ang pasisimplihin na lang ho natin to, Huwag kang iwasan yung mga complicated juries na sobrang layo na at hindi na makatotohanan. So, this is Torres RBGNG from 3CRI-A1-11. Kung nagustuhan yung video natin, please click like, then subscribe, then click nyo na din yung notification bell para updated kayo sa mga forensic chemistry and toxicology lessons natin. Thank you.